So today's topic is from ritual to spiritual. Thank you, Akhil, thank you, Deepa. If you add a SPI, it becomes from ritual, it adds up to become more spiritual. So as I already told you that I have given these presentations in various medical colleges and engineering colleges. I have been taking these programs in Armed Force Medical College, Pune, in GS8 Medical College, Mumbai, as well as many IITs and NITs. This is RMCH Medical College where the director and all the professors are sitting. This is Birla Institute of Technology where 3,000 students were there in the hall. So, and this is my transformation story. As all of you know, the weight loss is not a single very easy thing. There is not just the ritual of the weight loss, but there is deep things to it. The deep things to it is the concept of the weight loss. And because I was not only following the rituals of weight loss like exercise and bodybuilding, but I went into the deep spiritual stuff and I could reduce my weight from 140 to 80 kgs. I'll be discussing shortly. So in today's discussion, if you are with me, please type BIO in the chat box. BIO, bring it on. Please type BIO in the chat box. Are you able to hear me? Yeah, thank you. So today's content, thank you Deepa, Manas, thank you Akhil. First, there will be the introduction. What is the need of rituals? Are rituals really necessary in the life? And what is the essence and meaning of rituals? Is there a connection between the rituals and the inner essence? Why some people hate rituals, especially the modern people? Religion without philosophy is sentimentalism, and philosophy without religion is mental speculation. Don't need to get too much worked up. This is a very simple thing. And in spirituality, there are two aspects. One is the philosophy and other is the religion. What is the need of big temples today? When the world is having corona, people are needing food to eat. Is there a real need? If I know the philosophy scientifically, what is the need to go to the temple and do this stuff? Is there a need of Murti Puja or deity worship? And does God, after all, really need our worship? It's better to feed the poor. And the conclusion. How many of you are interested with the topics here? Please type I in the chat box. Please type I in the chat box. Thank you. I'm loving the inputs which are coming in. So now please, for the next 45 minutes, I'll just take 45 minutes. Pay attention and a lot of concepts will be clear to you. First and foremost, in today's age, spirituality has become nothing but a bunch of rituals. It is nothing but a bunch of rituals. And here I would like to tell you the story of a cat. What happened that in one of the yajna ceremonies, which was going on 100 years back, a cat was causing disturbance. So what they did, they took a tokri, they took a box, you know what's a tokri, and put it on top of the cat, and the yajna went on. After the parents left, the children thought that it is a part of the ritual, and from next time, for every yajna, they would get the cat and put the tokri above the cat. So does it have any meaning, putting a tokri above the cat? Yes or no? Just tell me, is it having any meaning? Yes or no? Putting a tokri above the cat, but just because they saw their father, no. Thank you so much for the wonderful feedback, Akhil, Saurav, no. But why did they do? Because they were not knowing the essence of the scriptures, and they thought that iske bina puja nahi hoga, iske bina yajna nahi hoga, and because of that, it became a ritual for 100 years that whenever the yajna is there, put a cat and put the tokri. That is why it is very important for us to know that what is the meaning behind the rituals. With this, what is the need of rituals in our life? Is it not just enough to think about God? What is the need of the showbiz? जो दिखता है वो बिकता है. बाहर की दुनिया में तो इतना दिखावा होता है, फिर हमें spirituality में इतनी दिखावा करने की क्या जरूरत है? My dear friends, it's not about दिखावा. We will be seeing it in details. Rituals are not restricted to religion only. They pervade in all fields of life, in every aspect of our life, right from the womb to the tomb, right from childhood till old age. Let us take two examples only. Now, because there is corona, there is no handshake, but we just say pranam. But initially, there was a handshake culture. And when two people shake their hands, what happens? You feel a tangible, recognizable appreciation, and the handshake increases cordiality. So a handshake doesn't have any connection with relationships. But when you have a cordial handshake, then you feel connected to the other person. So that ritual is taken care of. So on a birthday, we see that we cut a birthday cake and we say, happy birthday to you. Now tell me, all of you answer in Y or N. Does the birthday cake have any relation with the birthday? Is the cake related to the birthday? Y or N? No, thank you, Saurav. No, no, thank you, Ajay, Hari, Soumya, thank you. All of you are able to write particularly. The cake is not at all related to the birthday, but how many of you feel nice when you cut the cake? Just type NY in the chat box if you feel nice when you cut the cake, because that ritual of cutting the cake, thank you, Hari, thank you, Sanskriti, because that ritual of cutting the cake is intrinsically related to the birthday. So ritual is not only there in spirituality, but it is also there in every aspect of our life. Thank you for the spotlight, Shobit. Okay. Now I will just, enlarge the screen. Coming to the next, what is the essence and meaning of rituals in our life? Does it actually hold some meaning? We have to understand that aspects of spirituality are similarly common to the modern science. In every science, there is a theory and there is an experimentation. When I was in my MBBS final year, we had to do the dissection and we had to study about the human body. We read about the body and then we actually do the CT scan, the MRI, the dissection, and then we know the body. There is theory and there is practical. Similarly, in spirituality, first we need to understand it, which happens through the lectures, which happens through the books. But will you get a realization if you just read the books? If you just become a bookworm, will you get a realization of spirituality? Type Y or N in the chat box. Only if you become a bookworm. No, thank you, Saurav. No, it's not possible. No, so many no's coming in. Hari, Sahil, thank you. Digvijay, thank you so much. Yeah. So you have to understand that after theory, there is practical. After the theory, there is practice. Now the India-China situation is difficult, and you know that one who sweats in training will not bleed in war. One who sweats in training will not bleed in war, right? So similarly, in spirituality, after there is theory, there is practical, and religion and the ritual aspect involves following certain rules and regulation that help us realize and experience the higher spiritual truths. This is very, very important, and we'll be seeing shortly. What is the connection between the ritual and the inner essence? Just like a handshake helps us to express cordiality, just like blowing of a candle helps us to experience the essence of happiness, similarly, bowing down before the Lord in the temple helps us express our gratitude to the Lord. Now, all of you have to answer. Suppose you go to the temple and with an up nose like this, and you look at Lord and like this, hey, kaun hai tu, bata mere ko, what's going on? And you look at Lord like this. Will you get a feeling of humility? Will you get a feeling of gratitude? Just type Y or N in the chat box. Thank you, Sanskriti. No. Thank you, Saurav. No. Because our physiology also matters. The ritual also matters. Those who are depressed, I'm telling you as a professor and head of the department, those who are depressed people, they are like this, their head is down, their shoulder is shrugged, they are not interested in life. But those who are confident, they sit straight, their shoulders are up, their chest is out, the stomach is in, and they speak with confidence. So everything is connected to a ritual. Ritual is an intrinsic aspect of our life, and that cannot be negated. But the modern generation hates rituals because आज का दुनिया ऐसा है, the कलयुग ऐसा है, जैसा गुरु वैसा चेला हो नरक में ठेलम ठेला. We see in this world that so many bogus gurus are there, so many false gurus are there. The people are just following ant behind the ant, and all are going and falling in a ditch. We see so many gurus are going to the jail, but that doesn't mean that there are no real gurus in this world. So why do some people hate rituals? Look at these 4 points. All of you, please take screenshots so that you revise the presentation again and again. Often they are disillusioned with the rituals because they are seen to be enacted heartlessly. Rituals are practiced just for the heck of it. People practice rituals without any knowledge. Boredom in rituals become because of inadequate wisdom, and they doesn't appeal to the scientific mind. How many of you agree with these five points? Please type Y in the chat box. Please type Y in the chat box. Thank you, Saurav. Thank you for the amazing participation. And I'll request the students to participate, because although I'm sitting very far, depending on the energy connection and the participation, the lecture will flow. Thank you so much. Why do people practice religion without philosophy? There are 4 reasons, and these reasons I have mentioned here. This is out of deep churning. Fear of the unknown. भगवान से डरो भाई, भगवान से डरो, मार्क्स नहीं आएंगे, फेल हो जाओगे, जाके लड्डू चढ़ाओ गणेश जी को. Many times on the last day of the exams we say, भगवान इस बार बचा लेना, अगली बार ध्यान दे देंगे. How many of you have done this? Please type me. Please type me in the chat box. How many of you have done this? Okay, thank you for that modest answer. Soham, Saurav, Chilo, Sanskriti, Digvijay, thank you for the modest answer. I have also done it. I agree that I have done it. डर लगता था भाई. Before I came, MBBS courses, I had to study like mad, 18 hours per day. ऊपर वालों पे कभी-कभी we need to focus, डर के मारे. And sometimes there is a mundane piety. बाप दादा ने किया है, मम्मी ने किया है, तो हमको भी करना पड़ेगा. भाई आरती उतारो. And this I call morning incense, evening nonsense. You have seen in this typical Hindu families, subah mein they will wear a gamchi, they will go to the bathroom, take a cold water bath, Ram 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 Ram, tang 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 tang, and wife says, "Aji, hey chup kar, हाँ, पूजा कर रहा हूँ, दिख नहीं रहेगा तेरे को." And after 5 minutes, when he'll go to his business, all rubbish nonsense will come out from the same mouth from which Ram name was coming. Does it happen? Do you agree with me? If you agree with me, type A in the chat box. If you agree with me, type A in the chat box. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. So many names coming in. So this Prabhupada said as morning incense, evening nonsense. You know? सुबह अगरबत्ती जला के सारे पाप धो दिए और दिन भर पाप कर रहे हैं. You know? So I am not against the principle of putting a agarbatti. It's a beautiful ritual. But if you know who is God and why you are putting the agarbatti, wouldn't things be better? And that's why we practice this sentimentalism, because of the fear of unknown, because of mundane piety, because of social pressure. भैया जन्माष्टमी है, जाना पड़ेगा मंदिर, मम्मी जा रही है, दादा जा रही है, and if you don't say, क्या है, तुम जा क्यों नहीं रहे हो भाई, जाओ भगवान का आशीर्वाद लो. So that's good, but that's not the highest. Now, the other thing is philosophy without religion is mental speculation. Just reading the philosophy, reading. So I will give you a beautiful example. Reading is like eating food. Knowing the philosophy is like eating food. And if your food is not digested, if the rituals are not done, if the service is not done, there will be indigestion. तो खाना खाना भी जरूरत है और एक्टिविटी भी जरूरत है. खाना खाना भी जरूरत है, एक्सरसाइज भी जरूरत है. So philosophy is like eating the food and exercise is like the rituals, the activities. What is more important, eating or digestion? Both. How many agree? Both. Please type B in the chat box. Both are important. Thank you, Saurav. Thank you, Roshan. Thank you, Deepa, Sanskriti, Soumya. Thank you for that wonderful response. So just like the train goes on two tracks, two rails of spirituality are philosophy and religion. Both are important. The philosophy aspect of spirituality involves an understanding the spirit and the controller of both. And religion and ritual is the practice of spirituality. Now, many people ask, इतने बड़े बड़े मंदिर बना के होगा क्या भाई, गरीबों को खिला दो, you know, and we have an answer to it. Why do we need big temples? Many times you will see that big temples are required. When your salary increases, of course, you would like to go in for a better home. If you are in a 2 BHK, you would like to go in for a 3 BHK, then 4 BHK, then a duplex, then a row house, then a villa, then a bungalow, isn't it? If one goes to bigger and better homes as per salary, why can't there be the biggest home for the Ananta Koti Brahmanda Nayak, the Supreme Personality of Godhead? The whole universe belongs to him. Temples act like places to facilitate our service to the Lord. Now I will give you two beautiful examples. Once I was giving a class in IIT Kharagpur and one student asked me, भैया मुझे मंदिर जाने की जरूरत नहीं है सर, भगवान का नाम चलते रहता है, अपने आप चलते रहता है. You know, sometimes when we go in the road and a temple comes, we give flying kiss to the Lord. Have you seen flying kiss? You have seen this? Flying kiss? Yeah. So this is more of a show than reality, right? Because we have to understand You tell me, if you go to a bar where the disco lights are going on and it's a very mode of ignorance and a Jagjit Singh ghazal is going on, Pio, Pilao, I don't know, there are a lot many ghazals. Will you remember God there more? Or when you go to the temple and a nice mantra is going on, a nice chant is going on, Hey Krishna Govinda Hare Murari, He Nath Narayana Vasudeva. Thank you, Amit, for the temple. If it's the temple, please type T in the chat box, right? Definitely the prasadam in the temple tastes different from the food in the best of the restaurants, best of the 5-star hotels, isn't it? Thank you for those teas. Thank you, Hari, Varun, Digvijay, Soumya. Thank you for these teas. Doesn't the taste of prasadam be better than the most well of the restaurants like Radisson Blu or the Hyatt or the whatever 5-star or the 7-star hotels? You go to the Gurudwara, you go to the temple, you go to Tirupati, Balaji, have the laddu, it is transcendental. It's beyond the world. So temples are required. Is the best. Thank you, Sanskriti, for that. I'll tell you a very beautiful pastime. The founder Acharya Srila Prabhupada, someone came and told him, why do you build so many big temples? What is the need of temples? Srila Prabhupada answered, I can give the class under a tree also, but you will not come. The temples I have not made for me, the temples I have made for you. Because in this world, people don't respect you for what you are. People in this world respect you for what you have. Now, I am Dr. Saurabh Chaudhary. I'm MBBS MD. I'm a professor and head of the department. I have publication in international journals. I have called by many engineering and medical colleges. I have given classes in multinational companies like Tech Mahindra and, Infosys, Cognizant. When I give the class, you will hear me. Not because I give good classes. It is because initially everyone sees the qualification. If a rickshawala comes and give a class, will you hear it? Tell me yes or no. Tell me yes or no. A drunkard rickshawala comes and gives the class, will you hear? Type yes or no. Right? I hope you are able to hear me. No. Thank you, Saurabh. Yeah. So Srila Prabhupada said, I can give the class under the tree also, but you will not hear. What is the need of religious rituals? Let us understand. And I will give you many examples, and I'm there to answer all questions. Every religious ritual has a deep meaning, only it is the lack of knowledge because of which we don't understand. When I was a small boy, there used to be Satyanarayan Puja, and the Pandit would come and he would do Hum, Ham, Om, Vishnu, Vishnu, and all these things. And I would think it's a big drama going on. I was thinking it was a big magic going on. I was not believing. I would not sit for these pujas. I would say all this is bogus nonsense. But my mother used to say, "Nahi beta, baitho, baitho." I somehow used to sit. But when the knowledge became clear, I went back, I studied the mantras, I went back to the Bhagavad Gita, I went back to the Bhagavatam, and all this thing came out very well. Srila Prabhupada taught philosophy through his books, conversations, and lectures. He taught rituals like deity worship, chanting Hare Krishna, and following the devotee etiquettes. Both theory is required and practical is required. Theory is through the books and these rituals. Until you do the rituals, the knowledge will not sink in. You may eat a lot of food, but if you don't do seva, you don't do service, you are not in the rituals, you will not get the realization. By combining these two, we can make our life perfect. If you are with me till now, type WM in the chat box. If you're with me till now, please type WM in the chat box. WM, thank you for the wonderful response. Now come to the very important topic of Murti Puja. Today is a day and age. With a cigarette in my hand, I feel like a man. If you keep a bagpipe of gold, you'll be considered a smart person. And if you have your girlfriend next to you, you will be considered super smart. But if you go to the temple and stand like this, people will say, Pagal ho gaya kya? Buda ho gaya kya? Satak gaya kya dimag? Kar kya rahe tu? Khao piyo ऐश karo. It is said, काल करे सो आज कर, आज करे सो अब, पल में परलय होएगी, फेर करेगा कब. And we have reversed it in the modern generation. आज करे सो कल कर, कल करे सो कब. जो हो रहा है होने दे, देखा जाएगा जब होगा तब. So please understand, everything has a meaning, and what is the meaning behind this deity worship? Just as the Supreme Personality of Godhead Krishna accepts various incarnations like a Narsingha, Varaha, Vamana, and different avatars, he also takes forms made out of matter, clay, wood, metal, jewels. This is not by some mental speculation. Everything is mentioned in the scriptures, and that is the way the Lord is invoked into the deities, and the Lord becomes non-different from the deities. Okay? There are Shastric injunctions and Vedic procedures for carving such forms of the Lord. You can go to the Google and check it out. According to their own theory, these people say, भगवान तो सब जगह है. God is everywhere. मंदिर की क्या जरूरत है? मूर्ति की क्या जरूरत है? My answer is very simple. अगर भगवान सब जगह है तो मूर्ति में भी तो है. तुमको दिक्कत क्या हो रहा है? If a person's father has passed away and he has a photo of his father in his room and he has put a garland in that, someone comes and spits on that, will the son get angry? Yes or no? Tell me yes or no. Of course, yes, because he has a feeling for that. He has a feeling for that. And in that photo, he sees his father. Now, this is a mundane example which I'm taking, but what about the deities? The deities are made according to Vedic injunctions. Everything is given in details. And then a prana pratishtha is done in which the Lord is invoked into the deities. And I personally have seen many, many deities and heard many stories and got some little realizations where deities also exchange loving feelings with the devotees. If the Supreme Lord Narasimha can come out from the pillar, why can't Lord be there in the deities? If you want to post a letter and you go and post it in a red box, a simple red box, will it go to the Indian Postal Service? No. But if it is an authorized post box, the letter will go to the next destination. Similarly, the deities in the temple are not idols. There is difference between idols and deity. Idol means just a murti, but deity is done according to scriptural injunctions. All of you know, if you have tasted prasadam, it is tasty. The taste of the prasadam is very simple. Why it is tasty? Because the Lord has accepted it. So one boy asked me, a scientific boy, भैया भगवान ने खाया तो प्लेट में बच कैसे गया? Oh my dear friend, it's Lord. He can even take the food through his eyes and each of the senses which he has. And because the Lord is tasting that food, that God gets a specific taste, a specific aroma, because it is tasted by the Lord. And the Lord himself resides in the deities, and there is no difference between the deities and the Lord himself. Does God really need our worship? अगर भगवान अनंत कोटि ब्रह्मांड नायक है तो क्या पड़ा है भैया, एक अगरबत्ती एक धूप. It is told that when we worship the mother Ganges, we take a little water from the Ganges and put it back into the Ganges. Ganges doesn't require any water, it requires the feeling. Like a rich father is there and there are two sons. One is a big son in class 7 and other is a small kid, newborn. On the father's birthday, one person gives a big gift and that small son just comes, jumps on his father, gives him a big slap and says, Papa. Now that is what he gives. The feeling is important. He may just scribble some letters in the card and give it. Duryodhan ka bhog na bhayo, vidur ghar rukh saag khayo. The Lord requires our feelings of love. Krishna is telling in Bhagavad Gita, Patram pushpam phalam toyam yo me bhaktya prayachati. Anyone who offers to me with love a flower, a fruit, and a leaf, a tulsi leaf also, I will accept it. So do you think there is any lack of water with God? Is there any lack of food? He takes the food, but the most ingredient part of the food is the love. How many of you agree with me? Type Y in the chat box. Most important thing is the love. Most important thing is the feeling. Thank you, Deepa. Thank you, Soham. Thank you, Amit. Soumya, Sagar. Thank you so much. The most important thing is the feeling. You may just go to a rich person and give him something, but if a poor lady has a 5 paisa or a 10 paisa and she doesn't have anything and goes and give that to the Lord, Lord will definitely remember it. Lord is Atma Ram. Lord is completely satisfied, self-satisfied. He does not require anything from us. But when we give something to the Lord, we benefit. It is for our own benefit. And because we benefit, the Lord becomes happy. We have forgotten the spiritual world and we have come into this material world. Doodh ka jala chhanch bhi fuk fuk ke pita hai. And we are trying to enjoy independently from the Lord. When we give a small gift, when we get a small bhoga, when we give a small offering, Lord becomes happy. Very nice. Vaishnavi, example of Krishna and Sudama. So beautiful. So I'll take this example. Now Krishna in Dwarka was extremely opulent and Sudama was his old friend. Now he was feeling shy, but his wife told, go and meet your friend. And he took some broken pieces of rice grains, chuda, for the Lord. And he was feeling very shy, but the Lord saw it and he took the piece of rice grains and took it with love. Do you think Krishna requires some broken pieces of rice grains? No. Duryodhan ka bhog na bhayo, vidur ghar ruke saag khayo. That love with which Sudama had bought those small pieces of grains was the love which Krishna accepted. All of you know that Lord sees the feeling, Lord sees the sentiment. And you just can't say, I have a lot of feeling. Ilu, ilu. Ye ilu, ilu kya hai? Ye ilu, ilu. I have a lot of love. Are bhai, love hai to love ko, how will you express that love? You just can't go to your girlfriend and say, I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you. वो बोलेगा मेरे को रेस्टोरेंट में खाना खिलाओ. No, I love you. अरे मेरे को ये गिफ्ट ला के दे यार वैलेंटाइन में. No, I love you. अरे मुझे बाइक में घुमा यार थोड़ा लोनावला खंडाला. No, I love you. How do you feel with this ilu, ilu? No. Love means service. Love means dedication. Love means expressing through some service. So service is also important and love is also important. Okay. How many of you are with me till now? Please type WM in the chat box. In the next 15 minutes, thank you for the WM. Thank you. Prahlad Maharaj, all of you know the story of Narsingadev and Prahlad. Prahlad gives a very beautiful example that when we decorate our body, automatically the image is decorated in the mirror. Similarly, when the Lord is satisfied, we automatically become satisfied. Now, let me tell you something interesting. You know, the most selfish person in this world only thinks about himself. Aham mameti, me, mine, me, mera, I, my. A little selfless person thinks about me and my wife, me and my girlfriend. A little more selfless person thinks about me and my family. Hum do, hamare do. Chota parivar, sukhi parivar. Chunnu munnu di papa di gaddi. A little more selfless person thinks about his society, his flat. Radha Krishna society, wo society ke liye karta hai, apne flat ke liye karta hai. A little more selfless person thinks at the level of the state. Jai Maharashtra, all of you know, Sushant Singh Rajput case, fight between Maharashtra and Bihar, isn't it? You know, Kashmir ki kali, Marwar ka sher, mi Maratha manus, Amar Shonar Bangla. Kerala ka sher, Punjab ka sher. So these people think that they are selfless up to the level of state. Inke aage inki buddhi nahi jati hai. And those who are more selfless, they say, my India is great. I love India. Actually, India is not so great. But since I am born in India, India must be great, yaar. Huh? But can you think of a more selfless platform? WHO, UNICEF, World Health Organization, Green Earth, Clean Earth, at the level of the earth. But you know which is the highest? How many of you feel there is a higher level than this? Please type Y in the chat box. How many of you feel that there is a higher level of service than this? Oh, thank you. Amazing. I am impressed today. The PTC courses have gone well with you. Akhil, Soumya, Hari, Balraj, yes. Okay. So what is that platform? Can you please type in the chat box? That platform is when you serve the Ananta Koti Brahmanda Nayak. Aham sarvasva prabhavo matta sarvam pravartate iti matva bhajante mam buddha bhava samanvita tesham satata yuktanam bhajatam priti purvakam dadami buddhi yogam tam yena mam upayanti te aham sarvasva prabhavo matta sarvam pravartate. Yes, very good. Service to God. When you serve God, automatically the whole world is satisfied. And I have given some examples which I will give again. For example, if you want to give water to the tree, will you take a sprayer and keep on spraying on the flowers and the fruit? No. You will put the water at the root of the tree. If you want your hand to be nourished, you'll take a gulab jamun and put it in the mouth. You will not crush the gulab jamun in the hand, and the gulab jamun cannot go from the hand to the stomach. How many of you agree with me? Type A in the chat box. Yeah, thank you so much. So I will tell you a very interesting story now. Before I go to this slide, I will tell you a very interesting story. Okay. Mukesh Ambani, the richest man in India. Okay, take a hypothetical example. I told it in the past. Mukesh Ambani, he called you for a dinner. You had a dinner in Antilla, Mumbai. You landed on the helipad, went and had a nice dinner. And then you came out, you went out. And in the dinner, you saw his son. Okay, I hope the connection is again good. Abhinandan, check the connection. Yeah, just keep it. Thank you. Are you able to hear me now? Type Y. We are about to end. Okay. These disturbances, you know why it is there? Can anyone tell me? Whatever happens to you is best for you. The disturbance is there so that all of you are very attentive. बीच बीच में वॉइस ब्रेक होगा तो कान में ज्यादा ध्यान जाएगा. अपने चेतना को अपनी कानों पे ले जाएं. Yeah. So after he went from Mukesh Ambani's party was over, after 2 months in the Kumbh Mela, he saw that Mukesh Ambani's son is begging with a bowl. Now he fell. What's happening? So he can do many things for Mukesh Ambani's son. He can go and give him a cloth. He can go and give him some food. He can go and give him a room, hostel room for 1 day. But what do you think? Thank you, Amit. Your patience is being checked. I did all. I'm working on a MacBook Pro. I'm having the best of Wi-Fi connections, but still we are not the supreme controller. There is only one thing which is totally under your control, and that is nothing. Okay. So the patience will be checked. Your patience, my patience. Our department is effort department. Krishna's department is result department. You try your best and leave the rest. मैं कोशिश ही तो कर सकता हूँ. उससे ज़्यादा क्या कर सकता हूँ? Right? Thank you. So, what is the best thing you can do for Mukesh Ambani's son? Giving him some food, giving him some clothes, giving him some shelter. Of course, give him food. Of course, give him shelter. But the best thing would to connect him back to his father, isn't it? Wouldn't it best to connect him to his father? Please type F in the chat box if the best thing is to connect to his father. Thank you. So we also distribute prasad. We also distribute food. We also give clothing to the poor, but we also connect them to God. So the highest service is to connect them to God. Coming to the second last slide of today. Okay. So I need to end by 6:25 because lot many announcements are there. All of you, please take screenshots of all the PPTs here, and I will go very fast and will take all questions later. You have seen in Hindu religion, they put a tilak. Now, putting tilak is not just a show. It has a deep meaning. Just like a policeman wears a police dress, a judge wears a dress, a devotee also has an official dress. And when you put the tilak, it is the feet of Vishnu. And when you put the tilak here, the Agya Chakra is activated. And when the Agya Chakra is activated, you can focus more on the inner self. Married woman put a kumkum over here. That symbolically shows that she is married and other young men should not look at her now in a negative way. Chanakya says that you should look at any other female other than your wife as your mother, right? So when the kumkum is put, it activates the Agya Chakra of the female and the pregnancy goes on well. And these are very scientifically connected to the body, the Ida, the Peda, and the Ida, the Pingla, and the Sushumna Nadis. Just wearing gold jewelry, so simple. Instead of gold jewelry, if I wear artificial jewelry, no, my dear friends, it will not work. If you wear the artificial jewelry, that will block your chakras, that will block your meridians, that will block your energy meridians in the body. But gold is a pure metal. Silver is a pure metal. When you wear the gold over the bangles, over the necklaces, your body is protected by divine energy, and that helps you grow in spirituality. Lighting a ghee lamp, is it just a spiritual? Yeah, that's a good question, Mayank. Nothing is pure today. But if you have a sincere desire, you can get a 24 karat gold. You know, the actual ghee which is there in the market is not pure, but just go into Google and type Desi pure cow ghee. And I just recently got that ghee from Patmeda, and it is 2,400 rupees per kgs. Okay. So if you look for pure, you will get it. So when you light a ghee lamp, it purifies the atmosphere, it purifies the aura. If you go to the temple, you feel nice. And if you go to a dirty hostel room, you feel bad because the aura is different. When you put an incense, the aura of the place is cleansed and you get a spiritual vibe, you get a spiritual vibration. It is not just a ritual, it has a deep meaning. When a beautiful aroma of the tulsi, of the fragrance, of the sandal goes inside, immediately you remember the Lord. Fasting is there on special festivals because fasting boosts the immunity. And when you fast, you get more time to spend on your reading, hearing, chanting, and practicing the sevas of the Lord. Applying cow dung on the hut. Nowadays, cow eat plastics, so the cow dung is not pure. But if the cow grazes on the pure grass in the jungles, that cow dung is very pure. It takes away the ultraviolet rays and it gives a purified aura in the house. If you go to the ashram, you will see that your mind is calm. But you may go to the best of sophisticated five-star hotels where many people are there. You may feel a disturbance in the mind. Wearing a traditional dress. Now, I will give you a beautiful example. Can you tell me what is the definition of tie? You see the bow and the tie in Hindi. What is tie called in Hindi? Do you know? What is tie called in Hindi? It is called kantha langot. Okay. So you should never wear the tie because when you wear the tie, you block the three chakras. You know, you block the Anahat chakra, the heart chakra, you block the solar plexus, the Manipur chakra, and also it affects the Mooladhar chakra. And that is why when you wear a suit, boot, tie, and when you come home and you open the suit and throw it and open the tie, and when you're in your normal dress, you feel cool, you feel relaxed. Yes or no? Please type yes or no in the chat box. Do you feel this experience? Type yes. Thank you, Saurav. Thank you, Roshan. Thank you, Soham. Because that dress is artificial. In India, there is no need to wear tie, suit, boot, the typical dress of graduates, क्योंकि पसीना छूटता है. You know, it's not required. The traditional dress is, if I go into the details, this class can go for 24 hours. Believe me, my friends, I'm not joking. Just on the importance of wearing dhoti kurta, I can give a 2-hour class on how it affects the chakras in our body, right? So everything has a meaning. Well, I have to finish on time, so I will rush through, but I will give you a chance for question answers. Various samskaras from the womb to the tomb. There is the Annaprasan samskar, there is the Garbhadan samskar, there is the Janau samskar, and when the person dies, then is the Shraddha samskar. These are not some whimsical procedures. It has a deep meaning, okay? When these purificatory procedures are there, your aura is cleansed, you feel more spiritual, you get the blessings of the God, you taste the prasadam, you will see, still remember your old days when there was puja in your house, the Satyanarayan ka laddu, the payasam is very, very tasty. It is transcendental because it has a spiritual vibe, it has a spiritual aura. So offering bhoga to the Lord is not just a fantasy. Once one IITian asked me, sir, I like chicken. I will offer KFC chicken to Krishna. My dear friend, तुम्हारी इच्छा से थोड़ी ना होगी. Krishna will not accept it because Krishna clearly says in Bhagavad Gita what he likes. Patram pushpam phalam toyam. He also says in the scriptures what is supposed to be offered and what is not supposed to be offered. So you can't go and offer chicken to the Lord. Otherwise it will be sinful. So everything has a theory and everything has a practical. Everything has a deep meaning and everything has a deep purpose. Nothing is happening by chance. Look around in your room where you're sitting, the fan, the light, the AC, the cupboards. Is there anything by chance? No. Everything has a purpose. Then how can the ritual happen by chance? It is not possible. Now there is a deep role of Astro Vastu and astrology in life. I have met Astro Vastu consultants who can just by the charts tell which thing is there in your house where. What is the color of the parda? What is the color? Where is your table? Where is your fan? Where is your kitchen? There are deep meanings to all this. Last 25 years, I have done deep research into all these things: astrology, astrovastu, handwriting analysis, graphotherapy, neuro-linguistic programming, the diet, the food, the spirituality. I lost 60 kgs weight, just not by external rituals of gymming, but by the deep sense of understanding spirituality. And that is why this has a deep impact in your mind. You can become a successful person when you understand spirituality. What is the definition of success? Huh? So all of you, those who are till the end, again will get a gift from me. I will give you a gift at the end for those who stick on till the end. And now I want to give you a gift. The definition of success is to know how much to do, for whom to do, till when to do, why to do, and with what motive to do. And if these 5 things are not clear in your mind, you cannot achieve the success. And even if you achieve that so-called success, अंदर से satisfaction नहीं होगा. सवय पुंसा परो धर्मो यतो भक्ति अदोक्षजे अहैतुकी अप्रतिहता ये आत्मा सुप्रसिद्धति. सवय पुंसा परो धर्मो, that dharma is topmost, where there is ahaituki and apratihata, which is unmotivated and which is done out of pure love. Now, all of you just try this. Which is the direction in which you sleep? Your head is towards the east, west, north, or south. Have you ever tried to find out? Just do this experiment. Avoid sleeping with your head in the north. This is not just a ritual. It has a deep meaning, because the north pole of the earth and your north of the body will have magnetic repulsion and you will end up with a headache. So go in your mobiles, put your compass and check in which direction you are sleeping, and change your direction to east or south. Your head should be in the east and south. Go to the YouTube, check it out, and you will come to know that the small things in life have deep meaning. Small things have deep meaning. How many of you agree with me? Type yes in the chat box. Please type yes in the chat box. Thank you for those wonderful yeses coming in. Thank you so much. And now we are about to end the seminar. In conclusion, please understand, in conclusion, rituals should be understood in essence and should be utilized in spirituality to develop love for God. I'm repeating in one line. Rituals should be understood in essence and should be practiced and utilized to develop love for God. What is bhakti? Bhakti is loving devotional service. If there is only service and no love and devotion, that is not bhakti. If there is only love and devotion, then it is ilu, I love you. There is no service. So bhakti means loving devotional service. The knowledge has to be there, the feeling has to be there, and the service has to be there. So with this, I would love to end today's seminar. Very important, all of you, please take a screenshot of this slide. And I'm telling you, is not to broadcast myself or advertise myself, okay? But there is a deep reason that I have put all the lectures till now. Yesterday also one student sent me a message. People are having many doubts and they are sending me in my WhatsApp. I would be very grateful to you, because my spelling is different, and you go in the search engine of YouTube, type this, subscribe this, like this, and please give a comment in the chat box as what kind of lectures you would like to have in the future. What are your doubts? Put in the comment section of the YouTube, and each and every answer I will be giving it there, because many WhatsApp were coming. Yesterday also one boy sent me a beautiful question. So it is better if you give the questions in the YouTube channel. You need to type in the name, because I'm a Bengali. The name is little Chaudhary is little difficult. So with this, I officially end the session. I would like to thank each and every one of you. There is a link given here to type in your questions, to send in your questions. I will be sitting here till the end of the class and answer each and every of your questions. You can ask me about any damn ritual on earth, and I will give an explanation to this, because I have practiced the theory. I have understood the theory. I'm trying to understand it better, and I'm practicing this in my life, and I have felt a tremendous difference in my life. So loving chains that tie, each precious moment flitting by. If you use a desire of choice, you won't have one for you to voice, and time will destroy the glorious past. Just memories will remain, memories will last. Thank you very much. Please put in your questions in the link which is given in the chat box. And thank you all for the patient hearing. The things which were under my control, I have tried my best. The Wi-Fi was fluctuating, the internet was fluctuating, but that is God's test to see how much you have patience. And thankfully, I'm thankful to God that we could end this session, and thankful to all of you for sparing your valuable time. But remember, the mango has to be connected to the tree. For last 22 years, I was sitting like a student in front of my gurus, in front of my teachers, and I'm understanding and still understanding. What I told you is just the drop of the fathom